Hey there, fellow trainers. This is Johnny Starwin once again, and it's been a while since I did a vlog. You know, news has been kind of slowing down in the world of Pokemon, so I mean, we had the reveal of what's going to happen, of one of the newer things that's coming out for the 21st Pokemon movie, and the reveal, which most people were thinking and hoping for, an evolution. A new evolution. That was not the case. The reveal showed Zeraora. So it will make its official debut, and they actually have a online battle code, so you can actually see and test out Zeraora in on Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, Sun and Moon. So definitely hop online. You should be able to get the code on their page. I believe they have it. If not, I know there are several other places that have several other Poketubers that have covered this story and have the code available. I don't know if the code is still playable as of the time I'm recording this, but it's been out for a couple of weeks now. And the team that you get to see is a full movie team, as it is a 3v3 battle, to where it's Zeraora, Lugia, and Eevee. So, and I believe if I recall from that, Eevee has the Eevenium Z, so it gets its Extreme Evo Boost. Zeraora is holding the red balloon, or the balloon, so keeps it off the ground against ground types. And I don't recall what the Lugia has, so a bit of a mystery on that part. But in the meantime, I want to talk about this sort of lack of news that's coming with the upcoming Pokemon game for the Nintendo Switch, which people are some news is coming out that it's gonna have at least official news at E3 this year. So we have that. Let's hope we have that. If not, it'll be, you know, a little bit on the hectic side that we go through one of the biggest game announcement events of the year, and Nintendo says nothing about Pokemon on the Switch. But that got me thinking, what would I want to see in this 8th generation of Pokemon? Now, there are other Poketubers that have gone out there. I know Verlisify has done his own one about wanting to see crafting as a possible option, you know, and that actually sounds like a pretty cool idea. Bringing back the apricorns to, you know, create your own Pokeballs, especially Pokeballs that aren't overly accessible in the games, you know. So that way you can actually catch a certain Pokemon with a certain Pokeball that you made yourself, and it makes it a little bit more of a deeper connection with that Pokemon, you know. But there are other things that I want to see brought into this new generation, you know. And a part of me is thinking that it might go along with when they inevitably do a Diamond and Pearl and Platinum remake. You know, if the Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum remake is also going to strictly be on the Switch and not come to the 3DS systems, then they might. Well, the underground bases, that was a super cool thing. I missed the tree houses that were in black and white. You know, a lot of cool features that were in past games should be brought back. So yeah, some sort of base-like structure, some sort of base structure, you know, tree houses, underground bases, caves, whatnot. That would be super cool. And what would also make it a little cooler, because the underground network with bases and everything also gave you a chance to find items. If they could do sort of the same thing with the trees, with the tree bases, you know, that would be pretty cool too. So I'd love to see just overall bases come back. You know, I feel like Festival Plaza was a good idea. It has its moments, but at the same time, I feel like it doesn't allow for, you know, certain aspects that you could get out of, you know, the tree bases or the underground bases. So I have a feeling that the Pokemon Festival Plaza, that is gonna die for this next generation. Sorry to see it go, because there were so many good things in the Festival Plaza, you know. The trading network through there as well, the chance to get items such as level up items, you know, with the rare kitchens and everything to level up your Pokemon a lot faster. The lottos that they have on that one, that was pretty cool too. So I have a feeling that is going to disappear, and it might get replaced with a newer system, which hopefully it's bases, because I love crafting my bases in my copy of Diamond. Loved making a secret hideout for myself, you know. It's a cool thing, and one that I hope that they bring back. Another one that I know every fan is hoping they bring back, because they did it only once, and that was for a reboot, is the following Pokemon. You know, nothing made me feel more like this was an actual Pokemon adventure, to where I felt more like the lead character or any of the major characters in the anime or the manga or everything, when you have your favorite Pokemon walking with you on your journey. I love that aspect of Heart Gold, Soul Silver. It needs to make a comeback. It really needs to make a comeback. So, following Pokemon should make a comeback. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon kind of teased us with it during their initial trailer, when they showed you running around with the Rockruff on Mela Mela Island. So that made everybody lose their mind, going, yes, following Pokemon. But then no, it's like, that kind of ruined everybody's, you know, hopes for the game in that aspect. But I feel like if Nintendo, Game Freak, Pokemon Company throw back in following Pokemon, it'll be insanely popular. It'll become insanely popular. It might oversell everything that Nintendo that has been on the Switch so far. Another thing that could make the game interesting, that I would love to see, is try and bring in some of the other games as like mini games, you know? Would you think that it would be an amazing thing, since they tried to bring in the photo booth option for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, if they, instead of doing the photo booth album option, they had like a little side quest, you know, after you complete, you know, defeating the Elite Four and becoming the champion. Sorry about the noise, you know, making my way to work and everything. Wouldn't you think it would be amazing if the new Switch game the new Pokemon Switch game had a option after, you know, defeating the Elite Four, becoming the Pokemon champion, doing whatever behind the scenes mission there was, you know, kind of like they did with the Delta episode and the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire and whatnot, if they choose to throw that in there as well. But at least after completing the main task of the game of defeating the Elite Four or whatever it's going to be in this instance, if they decide to stay away from the gyms, because I didn't mind, because I actually love the whole kahunas. I love the kahuna aspect. I love the island challenges. Those were cool little touches on a whole new region that changed the aspect of the game. That made it interesting, that made it enjoyable. I loved it. But as I was saying, what if they did like after the Elite Four, after becoming the Pokemon champion for your region, that they offered as a little mini game, you know, a little mini game, a little side game within the game itself, utilizing the Switch and everything to throw in a Pokemon Snap style game. You know, go around taking pictures. I love the Poke Finder photo finder thing that they had in Pokemon Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, and Ultra Moon. You know, getting those good shots and everything. You know, having them graded, getting access to better camera stuff. What if they threw that in there as well, but actually being more along the lines of Pokemon Snap, you know, a little mini story that goes with that, finding better options to do, you know, actual interaction with the Pokemon that you're taking photos of, so you can get better, more dynamic shots. That I feel would definitely add a whole new layer to the game, to not only appeal to bring in new concepts, new aspects to the game that people would want to see, want to do. It'd be really cool to actually have that option. You know, oh man. You know, just thinking about these things, like what else could we do? What else could we add to this game franchise to do sort of callbacks to previous games while also keeping it without overly ruining the core design of the game. I feel like some other aspects that could be brought in, you know, is more mythos. You know, more Pokemon mythos. I loved Gold and Silver. I loved Gold and Silver with the introduction of, you know, with a introduction of more of the mythos behind the Pokemon world. And that's what got me, that with each generation they've added more and more to the mythos of Pokemon. You know, Gen 3 introduced essentially a god of land and a god of sea and a god of air. Gen 4 introduced gods of time and space and God himself. or herself, or unself, because there's no real, because legendaries don't really have genders assigned to them unless they're Latios or Latios for the most part. So add more mythos, but also give the option for, you know, for Pokemon trainers and whatnot to go out and, you know, do sort of like a history. You know, learn the history of all of Pokemon, you know. Have like a hidden book quest sort of thing. You know, because certain books are readable in the games and whatnot, but they generally deal with the game itself. They don't deal with Pokemon as a whole. So I feel that might be an interesting side little mini accomplishment thing. You know, you could have it as a aspect on the trainer card, you know. Because I do miss the whole trainer cards to where the lore, to where trainer cards said, you know, depending on the color or the markings on it, you did certain number of accomplishments. That would be an interesting accomplishment, you know, kind of like how they have other aspects to it, you know, for Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, to where it's like, I've been playing since '96, or any of those other sort of features, but throw that in as like, you know, a unique title that you can get, like you would see on Pokemon Rumble Blast or anything, you know, Pokemon Historian, or Pokemon. You know, that would actually be another cool thing to have. Have a title system, like they have in Pokemon Rumble Blast, to where once you accomplish certain tasks, you could have a accomplishment title that goes along with you. Just like how you could choose having yourself represented as an ace trainer, or a, you know, lass, or however you want to be seen whenever other players see you in like the older games. You can have a title system introduced as well, since everyone now has customization options and you want to show off your customization. Why not have a title replace the old trainer selector? So like in Pokemon Rumble Blast, you do certain aspect. Let me get back to the light. You do certain aspects, you get certain titles, you know. If you catch, I don't know, if you fill out the entire national Pokedex, you know, the local Pokedex you like, you know, local Pokedex Master. Then the National Pokedex Master, True Pokemon Master. Find all the books. You now have the option to change it to Pokemon Lore Master, or what else is there? There's so many possibilities, like Grass Master. You know, once you caught all the Grass type Pokemon, you know, that would be a fantastic option to throw in. And it's not even a core game option, you know. It's one of the side games that adds a different flair to it. I feel like that would be a cool thing to add to the game. So, yeah, those are my things. Crafting of Pokeballs, that would be a cool thing to bring in. Bases, bring bases back. I would love to have bases again. Following Pokemon following you wherever you go on your adventure. I would love that. Bring that back. Bring that back. Please. Titles. You know, titles as a customizable option. Then to replace the whole trainer option for, you know, whenever you see people online. So having a title system, having access to learning the Pokemon lore, you know, have that as a side mission. That would be a cool thing. So also the Pokemon Snap idea. Bring back Pokemon Snap for the Switch. The Switch has so much, is super versatile. You know, incorporate that. I feel like if any of these options get put into the game, it would make the game, you know, unstoppable. It would sell out ridiculously fast, in my personal opinion. But, you know, I don't know what to expect. Hopefully we'll find out more in the upcoming month. And with the possible, from what I hear, is like a late September release is what I'm hearing word of. Possible, I don't know. At least in time for Christmas. So those are my thoughts. What are your guys' thoughts? What do y'all think? What do you think about my options that I would love to see? Are there any things that I overlooked that I would, well, not just me, but every Pokemon trainer that you think would love to see in this new core Pokemon game? Like, share, subscribe, comment down below. I would love to hear what you guys think. And, you know, this is Johnny Starwin. Keep on catching, everybody.